There's a button right there in the front. I can see this red. Yeah. Cool. We're good. Second episode.
All right.
Welcome back. Welcome
yo,
back.
baby.
This time I'm not gonna dive too heavy how we started the last one.
Okay.
So we are going to start out with a vibe check on this episode.
Okay.
Kind of smooth into the intro. Sam, we'll start with you. Sam, how are we feeling, man?
Dude, I'm feeling great.
Feeling good?
Just out here.
You just out here? How's the day been?
Dude, it's been good. Just been
Yeah,
hanging
1
out.
out of 10?
24.
24.
Yes, sir.
Past 10.
Yeah.
Every day
24.
alive is a great day.
Hours.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yes,
thinking.
Bet.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, Jose?
My day's been okay, bro.
Yeah, it's been
Work
good.
was cool.
Work was good.
Pretty usual. Had a little
Drive
protein
all
shake
around
before I
town?
came. Huh?
You drive all around town?
Yeah, I had to go to like Humble, Katy.
Today?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
And you driving the traffic?
Hell yeah. I mean,
God's green earth.
driving through Houston, you know. There actually was a lot of traffic today, but I was like listening to some new music, some videos, you know,
Yeah.
like I always do. So it's pretty chill.
Such a nice time.
Yeah.
You can just watch videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Listen to podcasts and.
I actually watched Joe Rogan and Quentin Tarantino's first time on his
Okay.
podcast.
Fire.
Nice.
It's
I've
pretty
seen that
cool.
one too.
Because I didn't know how he was like personally, you know. He's actually not that weird. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's why I say he's
Yeah.
like not freaky weird, but he is weird
He a
as
freak.
far as like
But he's cool.
Yeah, he's
But he's
character.
cool.
He's a character.
He is cool.
Good people.
He's a little different.
he
Yeah.
a freak. I said, yeah, bro. He's
I watched The Dust Till Dawn. He a freak.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he has to get in character for that. I wonder how
Yeah.
long it took for him for real. But yeah, so
He's like,
good day
Feet.
for the Jose. Driving around, Tinny.
Yeah.
How was your day, brother?
My day's been chill. I've literally just read or napped all day.
Read and napped.
What'd you
Yeah.
read?
I'm reading a Stephen King book called Roadwork. He wrote as Richard Bachman, this like fictional author, in his first couple books. Like he published Carrie, and then back then, like 1973 or something like that, like it was weird for an author to publish more than one book in a year. So he started writing under this other person's name, Richard Bachman. And
Alter ego.
basically, yeah,
Oh, that's
like
really
like
cool.
an alter ego.
Wow.
He wrote
Kill Edward.
Kill
yo type shit. No features, just kill Edward. Yeah, so this is like one of the Bachman books.
So he publishes as the Bachman?
He published like 7 books in total, but 5 of them were in the 70s.
Oh, shit. He still does it or no?
No.
Nah.
No.
That's pretty cool. I never knew that.
Yeah, I
Why?
read.
Why though? Why couldn't
He
they?
was writing so much.
Eventually they found out.
Yeah, like what,
After
what's so bad about
Thinner
people
was the
writing-
5th book. I don't know. But he had other books to write in his head, so he started writing them, and then he published them as Richard Bachman, and he published Rage, The Long Walk, which is a movie. We just saw the trailer the other day. It's actually one of
Yeah.
my favorite Stephen King books.
The trailer looks
They're making
crazy.
a movie. Yeah, dude, it's like these
A lot of the
like
Stephen
100
King movies
kids.
are
Mhm.
or adaptations
Yeah.
from books to movies.
hmm
What do you think? Like on a ratio,
I think
Like-
a lot of times they're more miss
they're more
than hit. I did like the 2 newer It's.
Those were fire.
Under the Dome was it was a okay series. The book was awesome though. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. The Monkey was cool. The Monkey was a short story
Yeah.
I read earlier this year. It's like 40 pages. The movie was off the wall. That was the Osgood.
That was the scary movie?
Yeah, Perkins.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Somebody was telling me about it, though.
Dude, it was.
I never
was,
watched it.
It was wild. It was like comedy
Did you
horror
read the book before or after?
before.
So then, do you
Yeah.
think, did it translate from pages to screen?
I thought it was really cool how it translated because it's a short story and like a collection of short stories. So it was like a big book that had like 30 stories,
Okay.
20 to 60 pages type,
Mhm.
And so this story was 40 pages and it had the base, but then like the movie expanded on it big. So
Okay.
like it was cool.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
the writer director went into his own kind of version of it, but it was cool.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
But yeah, man, the day's been cool.
It's been fire.
great.
What
What
about
about
you,
you,
Juice?
Day's been good, bro. Day's been good. I got my car fixed.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
been great.
It's been great.
Yeah, we
I
in
got my
there.
wheels back. So I'm back on the road.
You
I'm road
whipping.
raging.
It's like,
So yeah, watch out, road. 45, I'm in traffic with y'all. But yeah, so I got my wheels back. The days before that, though, I mean, when things like this happen, I honestly, like, I get super, like, why me? You know, like, God, this is not fun, you know, to go through. But then I, like, there's, like, yesterday it felt kind of relieving because I was just, like, I had so much support.
Mhm.
Like, people around, like, trying to help me as much as possible. So it was, like, really good energy, and it was, like, super nice and refreshing, and it felt good. And I was just in a happy mood still, even though I was going through shit.
It's good, man.
Yeah, it felt great.
I feel like a lot of times whenever we go through stuff, we forget that we're human and, you know, we are a little too hard on ourselves. And, you know, it's good to have like a support system around you to remind you, you know, that it's going to be,
It feels amazing.
it's going to be okay.
Yeah, dude, it was. It was going to be okay. And that's what it was like. People were telling me. It felt really good.
Yeah,
That's
Today's been
good,
good.
for sure.
1 out of 10, 24.
24. Yeah, we're the Sam G.
Yeah, so
Shout
yeah,
out
Sam
Kobe.
Houston, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that was the vibe check for that one, for that segment. We'll probably start off every podcast that way.
Yeah. We are
So yeah, get
the homie hotline.
the homie hotline
Yeah.
Episode 2.
bomb drop.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start off with a recap of last week. We talked about a couple of things of the
Last of Us.
The Last of
Last
Us.
of Us,
We
yeah.
talked about movies, Joey Badass. I guess we could start with the Joey Badass since it's you know, something
been heating up, bro.
Yeah, it's been kind of going off.
been a crazy
I did
week.
Most of my homework on that since the last one. I had no idea, and I said I was gonna pick a side, so I pick a side. I think I'm gonna go with the Ray Vaughn side, just because the songs that he dropped was fire. Was
Okay.
was out of all the songs
Which
I've
one?
heard. Era Ho Era.
Ho era.
Ho era.
That one was, and you know, the homies say here that it sounds like Kendrick songs and stuff, and I think he has a right to make a song that way because he is in TDE and he is close. He's from
Yeah, it's cool to
West.
bite.
For
It's
sure,
cool to
for
bite
sure.
because he can bite. He can bite. He can bite.
That's where he's from.
That's where he's
Dog gonna
from.
bite, you know.
If it feels like somebody from not the West Coast in their TDE, then he can't bite, but he can bite. So that's validated, and I like the song, and I think I go with him.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Joey's last couple tracks, I mean, we all listened to them together, and it just didn't sound. I couldn't really hear what bro was talking about. I know he was rapping for real. I just need the lyrics to really
You didn't
see
listen
him.
to it again?
I can't. It's
Why?
just so much. It's
Like
just
in the
so-
car?
So much happening.
In the car, it was completely different,
No,
bro.
it-
It's because we were listening to it on the
It
phone.
was
We were
bumping?
trying to do it on
The first
phone.
time we listened to, I forgot what it was called, but it was
Called
the
My Town.
Which one?
My Town.
My Town. It was the one
Yeah.
with Lux.
Yeah. My Town.
On the phone, we heard it on the phone, and it was just like a lot for the speaker, I guess. But I listened to it in the car, and you can hear it. But the last one that he came out with,
Yeah, the crash dummy.
the crash dummy, bro.
Yeah.
Bro crashed out.
Yo, he goes crazy.
Murdered Daylight,
Daylight.
Ray Vaughn, Lil
Was
Pup.
that after the Lux
Yeah, he
one?
did go off.
So yeah,
He
there's
crashed.
the
Oh,
Lux
there's
one.
another one?
Yeah, because basically, okay, so Joey dropped the one with the Lux, and it's called
picked Ray Vaughn.
My Town.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's do another
Ray
one.
Vaughn,
Yeah.
dude.
Are
Did you
we not
listen to
gonna
the next
sue him?
Ray Vaughn song though? After Ho Era?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because he
He's-
dropped another song.
Yeah.
He sampled "Hit 'Em Up," right? Or
Oh my gosh, it was
one
the
or two
Goldeneye
part. It
one.
was two.
GoldenEye, that's what it was.
Dude,
yeah.
that one was
Yeah.
hard, bro.
That one was hard.
goes
That
off.
was Ray
I'm not
Vaughn's?
gonna lie.
Yeah.
All the songs have gone hard.
Yeah.
And Ray Vaughn pulled the thing that Joey pulled, which
It
was
sounded
basically right
so
after.
East Coast too, bro. It sounded like
Yeah,
50
I agree.
Cent.
Crash
Like,
Dummy.
kinda
He
dumb.
sampled an East Coast beat or a West Coast beat.
Yeah.
So they both are doing the same little swipe, you know.
Because
like,
he dropped GoldenEye quick.
He did.
After Joey dropped My Town.
You're right.
So he pulled the same card. But then Joey comes right back.
With
I'm talking
Crash
within
Dummy.
2 or 3 hours and drops Crash Dummy.
Yeah.
And to me, I feel like he took
Yeah,
it.
that one was crazy.
But meanwhile, there's like 20 other songs that have come out to dish Joey.
Yeah.
From Dodie 8 or
Yeah.
whatever.
There was-
AZ Chike or Ash Cheek.
Ash Cheek.
I mean, dude, like literally all these people from West Side, West Coast, they're
Yeah.
all dropping, and in parentheses, Joey Badass.
Yeah,
diss.
yeah.
That's a war.
It's,
Yeah,
it's-
against
it's a-
Joey.
it's-
But Nick Caution came out yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I was hyped to get
yeah.
Nick, bro.
That
so-
one was
so
hard.
he's from the East Coast.
He's
I
from
don't-
Pro Era.
He's pro era.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so he's
So-
part of.
So he was
Joey's
defending
clique.
Joey.
Yeah,
so,
bro.
So now there's people defending Joey.
Now
Yeah.
there's a few that have come out
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
basically like, all
Like
right,
this is too much people going against my dog right
Yeah,
now. Like, I
no,
need
dude,
to come
for
out and
real.
step up.
But to be honest, it's not that many.
No,
like how
not
like
yet.
how TDE is rounding up and unloading on Joey. You know,
Nah,
like it's
for sure.
just a couple.
Yeah,
and
Joey's standing
it's really
pretty
just
much
Joey.
alone. Yeah, I mean he's the biggest. That's the thing.
Is he really about to drop an album?
Joey?
Yeah.
I don't
Did
know.
you see that?
I just saw that his wife or his girl's pregnant.
Right.
Yeah,
But
he dropped the pregnancy like video. He's rubbing the belly and stuff today, looking all like official.
Congrats.
I seen that he's about to
Congrats
roll out
Joey,
an
bro.
album.
I was like, dang, bro, on
Drop an album.
the
dope.
craziest week. He's
Yeah.
also
Which-
like, also I'm gonna be a dad.
I'm gonna be a dad.
I'm gonna be a dad.
What the heck?
Joey, yeah.
We're right back in episode 1. What the heck?
Yeah, so it was crazy.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Rayvon. I definitely got to listen to the last track of Joey though.
Yeah.
And I'll
I think you'll change your mind.
I'm not saying that Joey. I just like I think like if I'm gonna compare the quality songs and how I kind of like checkbox these things, like I think like it's like Rayvon's just hitting a certain mark compared to Joey. And
I think he's more
yeah.
of like he's going the more commercial
You think
kind of
so?
route.
But
a little
like,
bit
but
with
it's still,
the
but it's
catchy
like he's still hitting his
choruses.
bars.
Don't get me wrong, he's
Yeah.
still
But
But
barring
that's
up.
why I'm saying
Every
Crash
song
Dummy
that
is a
both
song.
of them have
Oh,
yeah.
okay, so I got
Yeah, Crash Dummy
is.
is more of
Yeah.
a song
Okay.
from Joey.
So yeah,
Like it kind of has the chorus.
yeah. And then we also got the Spotify
Dumb
issue.
money don't make
For-
no
for-
money.
you know what I mean?
Cause you Crash Dummy.
Right.
I
My
don't-
bad, what?
We
I
got
don't really care
Spotify
too
issue.
much about that. I
Like
mean, it's really
you know,
not.
when you're on YouTube versus. Well, let's get the people's opinion too. Do you think that putting music on Spotify and YouTube is there an issue? You know, would you rather listen to the songs on Spotify or YouTube, or some people don't have Spotify?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
even
I
if it's
think
free.
Right, YouTube's more available,
Available. More
People like
accessible.
Apple Music.
accessible.
true.
Apple-
Well, he did
it's-
drop Ho Era. Is that what you're talking about?
Right.
Yeah. So Rayvon put Ho Era on platforms.
Mm.
So, which is a move.
Yeah.
And I'm not
'Cause-
saying Joey shouldn't do that because honestly, like,
But we
obviously, you got millions of streams every month.
And we had that argument,
Maybe you
like, well,
could.
how hard could it be to put a song on Spotify?
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard.
Yeah.
It's like more of a, like, I feel like my opinion, like Joey is like, this is just like YouTube type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm not really trying to have this on my discography type
Yeah,
of thing.
Like I
You
don't
know?
want this on my portfolio.
Yeah, like
feel
because
that.
it's just like not really.
But is it on his portfolio still on
You're
his
not.
YouTube?
You're not big enough, like,
to
make me
on.
put it on my
it's still
discography
on his
Type of
vibe.
thing, yeah.
I feel you.
I don't know.
It's yeah.
It's
kinda,
it's
either
whatever.
way.
It's
Yeah.
not too big of a deal for me.
What did you
But
ask?
Oh, it's just the difference between Spotify or like putting songs on there and YouTube, and especially with the it being a diss kind of beef thing going on. But
The Spotify does get more listens, so I mean, it's not a bad idea to
To reach
put
more
it on
people?
platforms. Yeah. The
Put it
YouTube
on-
being
yeah.
the one spot that it's on, though, obviously everybody's going to be going to that spot
yeah, just to catch.
to catch the song.
Yeah,
I mean,
but you
Joey's
don't-
songs have almost 1 million, I think, plays. Rayvon's are a couple 100,000 less, but they both still are popping.
Yeah.
Like, both of them are trending, I feel like, this week.
yeah,
Definitely not a battle of views though. I like that though. They're not
Yeah.
like it's not like commercial beef.
Mhm.
I think this is like real beef, and it's actually really good. It probably I
Good
think
for
it
hip-hop.
destroys the theory of the whole like they're texting each other and stuff.
Definitely, yeah.
Like this is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
seems like a little bit more real, and
Yo,
I
I'm about to
like
drop
that a
again.
lot more because it just seems super like, I guess like real. It just seems super real. But yeah, so that goes with the.
you
Joey
keep
stuff.
on saying seems, so you still don't believe it's real.
It's just like because you drop the song so
Conspiracy.
fast. But, like,
Oh, my God.
like you said, he dropped it right before. But then again, though, like when I listen to these songs, like they're really coming at each other.
They're going in.
Yeah, like they're
Yeah,
really
both of them.
like attacking. With some
It's
of
like you don't think like they know that like he's about to drop. If I drop this, he's gonna drop in the next couple of hours. So let me start working on something so I can come back.
Yeah,
like,
I think that's
let
a
me
good way,
prepare
yeah, like,
myself.
They're definitely like just like. I'm
But
gonna just
then
keep this shit going.
they like talk about bars from that last song. So it's like
I'm
I
writing
don't know.
back
They're
to
quick.
back to back.
They're quick.
yeah, it's just quick.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so there was that.
Yeah, so then we got
You-
that recap.
You watch Sinners?
I did not watch Sinners. My car broke down.
Wow.
Yeah, so I didn't get a
Feels-
chance
okay.
to. So I
Respect. I feel that.
I had to go through that. So unfortunately, I didn't get to watch it.
So I watched Dust Till Dawn though.
Yes.
So
Okay.
we can talk
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, we
Okay,
can.
hit 'em.
Amazing movies.
I did my homework.
So Sinners,
I did the Joey shit.
Sinners,
It's a 1-in-1.
original movie.
Yeah.
Sinners, completely original movie. I'm just kidding. But I'll just fucking with you. But I did watch Dust Till Dawn, and two completely different stories, completely different feels to the movie. Dust Till Dawn was really good though.
Yeah.
Like I can see the two brothers and the vampires, but that's it. Like there's really nothing else.
But I think I think this is, if you could vibe with me for a second when I say like they're outlaws too, and then the whole beginning of the first and second act of From Dusk Till Dawn, you have no idea that it's a vampire movie.
Same with Sinners.
Exactly.
True.
So that's where I was kind of, because like in Dusk Till Dawn, he could have brought up vampires in the second act, but the whole story it leads into a whole different direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Until you get to the bar.
Until you get to the bar, until those two are at the bar and those vampires show up. Whether they show up or they're already there, it's still the third act and there is vampires there. And then you're like,
that
this
is a
is
similarity. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the whole. Yes, exactly. That was the whole
flip.
Similar aspect.
Mm-hmm.
very similar.
But the fact that the vampires that was the vampires' bar.
Yeah.
And in
Then they
Sinners,
pull
it's
up.
their bar.
Mhm.
It's Smoke and Stack's bar
Mhm.
that they just opened up. It's a completely new bar.
Mhm.
And the vampires show up
yeah,
to
because of
their
the
bar
music.
trying to get in.
It's like a good twist because others won't. It's a good twist because others won't be like, oh, it's an exact replica.
Like I can see the brothers, the
Outlaws.
vampires,
the third act.
the outlaws things is like, yeah, but like in Dusk Till Dawn, they're like on the run.
Yeah,
In
True.
Sinners, they're not running from anything. They're just,
they're brothers.
Gangsters.
Yeah, gangsters.
so
they got away already.
Well, they're kind of on the run. 'Cause
Nah.
They had that big robbery in Chicago that they're talking about the whole movie.
Ooh,
That's what I'm saying. Like
Kind
I
of.
think they got away. Like I feel you. They
But
did bad.
But it's
stuff.
like they're not in
Technically still on
pursuit.
the run.
Like
Sam, I
In-
appreciate that.
in Dusk Till Dawn,
baby,
they're
I'm
like
wait.
straight on pursuit, running from they're like crossing the border of Mexico. They're like,
I think that's
hiding
picking.
in the
I
bathroom.
think the ultimate realization is they are on the run then, but they're just
watch
safe.
the movie, dog.
My boy Sam got
First,
I know,
first.
You do gotta go watch the movie. That's funny.
I will, and then we'll come back to.
We'll
this
talk
conversation
about it
on episode
later,
3.
I guess. Sheesh.
To be
All right.
continued.
Did you watch Last of Us?
Hell no.
No.
I'm gonna be a dad.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
gonna keep
this
that
last
going.
episode, bro, was heat.
So we did watch the
It
last
was
episode.
good.
and it was
Sad.
good.
It was sad.
Yeah, I did tear up at the end.
Yeah.
And my boy Pedro came through with the
Yeah.
last one.
When we watched it, you were like, "Man, dude, it just shows us like the weight that he has and he
Yeah.
carries." And I do agree with that. It was a good episode
Yeah,
though. I
the
mean, it
beginning
had,
started off cool. I missed the part where the Tommy and the Moon stuff happened, or that part where you
Dude,
said it felt.
I
weird.
don't know what that was.
never
It
came
was a
back to it.
different
Yeah.
episode. I
it
feel
was
like
very weird.
I think there was a
But
mess up
dude,
there.
we didn't.
if
see
we
that.
see
How did we see that?
if we
How did we see
see this next new episode that comes out, that's the beginning. That's gonna be wild.
No, but it was weird, bro. My phone,
We saw
my
Tommy.
phone does weird things.
We saw
sometimes.
Tommy
And we did see Tommy
in
which is
like a
Joel's brother.
beach house type thing, and
Yeah.
it was sand everywhere, and he like
It didn't
moves.
look like it didn't look like a commercial.
He like moves this thing, and it said "Life's a beach." And
Yeah,
then like he started
it's gonna
fucking
be
with
an
his
episode
phone,
to
whatever.
watch.
Yeah,
It was
because they
weird,
are
bro.
on the beach the last episode.
Yeah, true.
So we'll see. Maybe
We'll
we got a
see.
sneak peek.
It was a mess up.
I-
His phone's
I-
being weird.
Yeah, it was weird though. It was weird, but I also hate how that little thing that you sent me on Instagram was saying they need season 4 to explain the whole book. I'm like, no, bro. Like, No.
So basically, we
we
watched the
don't need the
episode.
4th season.
The beginning of it was really good. It was kind of like, where is this going? You know, it's Joel and Tommy.
Well, you
when they're
played the
younger.
game, no? You knew where it was going.
I never played the game.
You never played the game?
No, but
And you
I-
have
I-
such a
I'm-
problem with why it's not the video game?
Okay, so
Are you serious, bro?
So when the-
And same thing with Sinners?
So when the
You
first-
never
Bro,
watched
you're
Sinners
really
either?
the boy.
Wow.
Okay, but
The
can I say this?
boy, the boy.
But can I say this? When I get into something, I nerd out, right? So I did not play the game, but I did watch the entire gameplay of the first and second game.
Mm.
So technically, I did play the game.
Technically, you didn't. You watched gameplay.
I watched the
feel
whole
like
thing though.
You
I
might have
didn't-
came
a
over
walk-
too when I was playing it.
I did watch a little bit when he played.
When I played it, he
But
came over
it's
a little
like
bit.
okay, when I first
I
season
played the
came
first
out,
one
I
at
wanted to know what
2018.
I'm getting myself
That's
into.
crazy though, bro. I thought
Yeah.
like you would have, since you were so emotional about it. I thought you had played the game like
Oh.
5,
I
10
think that was
times.
just, that was
He's
just
in
the
there.
story that carried it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's the
Love it, I
acting and
love it.
everything that is a story, and then he carried. Pedro really did a great job. Those tears
Yeah.
in his eyes, like I
Oh,
felt
yeah.
him. Like
They
they were there
killing
the
it,
entire
bro.
time.
Yeah, they were
like
killing
he
it.
carried that. That's why I think, and I get emotional, especially with with good writing, you know, and scenes like that. I mean, we could watch it again and cry because it's so good.
Yeah.
That's how I know it's good.
They both did
So, like,
really
yeah, they
well,
did a
bro.
really good job, but the beginning
I think
of
they
it-
complement each other really
See,
well.
but here's where I'm kind of going with it. At the beginning of the episode, we have no idea where it's going. But then it's that line. There's a line in there in particular that comes back full circle, that hits home.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
like a knock home run, slam,
Oh, really?
slam,
Yeah.
damn, slam, jam, ram.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
a dad.
Sam.
Nah.
I'm gonna be a dad.
Is the basic?
No, it wasn't the dad
It was
line.
basically a dad line.
It was
though.
a dad line. Yeah,
It was a
tight,
dad.
tight.
The whole fucking show is about
It
a
was a
dad.
Yeah.
dad line.
So there was an aspect
yeah,
in
it
that
was-
episode,
yeah.
or there was a part of the story
a good point.
in that episode that wasn't in the video game that they incorporated
there was a lot actually.
into the
think a
into
lot of that episode
the
was-
show, which is really cool to see because we had never seen. I'm probably gonna spoil it for you, you know, but I have to talk about it
Got it.
because it was just they showed Joel as an adolescent, you know, so he was like a younger kid with his dad, and so you never really seen that playing the video game, you know, so it
Yeah.
kind of explained like why Joel is the way he is,
Yeah,
which is cool to see, you know, it was pretty cool.
It was also cool. Every flashback from the episode was like something that wasn't fully in the game. There was the one with the space and stuff, but like afterwards, it kept showing what's transpired between Joel and Ellie over the course of her birthdays. It was really cool.
Right.
Yeah, so it gave like a lot of
Yeah.
backstory that we didn't get in the game.
It kind of helps build
Yeah.
the relationship on why it is the way it is at the
Yeah.
end of his life.
Character and then relationship
Yeah.
development.
Correct.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
All
it
the
was
way,
cool.
and they did a great job.
Yeah.
You know, I guess because it's not in the game.
Yeah.
So they did it. They filmed it well, and the way they did this episode, I think. Like if I remember this chart of the scale of each episode, they graded, and this was one of the best ones. That
It
holds up with
was.
the second episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
second episode was
so
probably
far.
best ever, but this was close second.
You're very close second,
Yeah.
and it's because it's
I
so
agree.
emotional at the end of it.
Yeah.
That-
It was a very emotional episode.
Yeah, dude, it was so good. The Eugene stuff. There was that Eugene kill. It explained him a little bit more, and the Joel being a little selfish.
Oh god.
And,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
And yeah, he shot the boy in the head and had to end his life.
Mhm.
Spoiler alert: the dude got bit.
Bro.
So
Yeah,
bro wasn't gonna survive.
Down like old Yeller.
Oh,
old Yeller on him.
He had to
Yeah.
die, man.
Yeah.
But the scenery was cool. I like the way they did that whole shot where they don't show the shit where you get shot, but it's like the sky, the mountain, the birds,
flying
when the
on.
shot
Yeah,
happens.
it was cool.
It was
yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, so that was good.
Yeah, The Last of Us, man. That was a pretty rad episode. And I'm definitely gonna be back watching it again on
Yeah,
Sunday
the season finale.
to see what. This is the last episode.
This is the last episode.
This is the last episode of The Last of Us.
At least we
until
think it
season
is.
3.
That's gonna.
There will be a season 3.
They're gonna have to
I
go
see it
through a
on-
lot.
Yeah.
It's just
I
gonna
see
be
it
a
on
jam
Pact,
packed.
So I see it on IMDb that season 3 is coming. I don't know when, but I don't remember if it was him, but I saw something where it's supposedly Abby's story.
I feel like
Might
season
be-
3 is gonna be
told
Abby's
with
story.
Abby.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it
So
has
it's
to.
Like, all right.
Because it's gonna be like a prequel, like it's gonna go back.
Back and
Because they're gonna
forth.
show the
Yeah.
end, everything, whatever, and then they're. Because you just can't. That was too big a part of the second game to just like leave out of the show.
That's what I'm saying.
You know.
I agree.
But in their heads, they're like, we're not gonna put it in season 2. We're gonna do it in season 3.
It's a interesting way of doing it.
I think it's
Yeah.
a really risky thing to do too.
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the same thing
Yeah.
because like you were saying or you were saying when we watched the episode, like it just the show feels different when Pedro Pascal's in there.
Definitely.
It's just like kind of like because he's just like he's just like a
the
really good
guy,
actor.
Yeah, dude, he's the
So
guy.
to have like the third season not have Joel or like Ellie,
Yeah.
if it's just gonna be like Abby and her story and everything, like that's gonna be pretty.
I mean, I'm sure even if it was Abby's story, it'll still.
Ellie's still gonna be in there.
Yeah, I'm sure Joel will be too.
You think so?
Yeah. Dude, they
But-
see how big of a difference we feel, and the audience reacts every time
Yeah. He's in the
on it.
episode.
Yeah,
They'll
bro.
have to
I mean, it
incorporate
was
him in a couple.
Somehow.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they probably. This is my ballpark theory, but they'll probably will when. Well, obviously when he shoots her dad.
Yeah. Go more into that.
Yeah.
I
You
feel
know.
Oh,
Yeah, like, 'cause
yeah,
in
the
the game-
hospital.
In the game, it did talk about her growing up and like different things.
Yeah.
with the dad, with the doctor.
Yeah, so they're
I
gonna
could
bring
see
him
how it could.
and the doctor
Yeah, that could be a
back.
big part of it.
And the dad.
For sure.
And it's another dad story.
Bring
The
it
whole
back.
Last of Us show is just about dads.
Yeah,
And
It
then
really
Father's Day
is.
is coming up, so
yeah.
that's
true.
gonna be fire.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, go get your dad something nice.
Yeah. Shout out dads.
Dads.
Hey, 2 dads on each chair. Yeah.
Yeah, 2
Respect.
dads and 2 good friends, huh? And, all of
Yeah.
us is the homie hotline. Huh?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, baby.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
All right, man. So
Yeah, so then we have that we went over,
mhm.
and then yeah, I think
So lately, I mean,
that was the recap of the last week.
yeah. So things that have happened this week. There was the ship. Right?
Yeah. So we were talking
The Mexican
about,
Navy ship?
The Mexican Navy,
Navy
ship
ship.
that hit
That's what it was.
Brooklyn
Mhm.
Bridge.
I think it was the Brooklyn Bridge. Yeah, I seen that it was like there was supposed to be somebody that was like in Brooklyn that was supposed to be manning the ship, not manning it, but like driving it. Like they were supposed to have control of the ship, and I saw something like they had like 90 seconds of like air where like I guess they weren't controlling
They
it,
weren't,
and maybe
yeah.
that's how the crash happened. But like
What's crazy though was, dude, it looked like it was too tall.
I didn't
to
even
go
see the
under
video.
bridge. Oh, dude, the video is so it's
I
like
saw
this
it.
ship, and then like all the Navy people, I guess, in white, and they're standing on each of the sails.
Yeah.
I'd say
top.
there's probably like 30 on each side
Yeah,
of
that's
the
a lot.
big ship. Yeah. And bro, like, and I'm talking levels to it. There's not just one. I'm talking 1, 2, 3, and they're standing, and then it hits the bottom of the bridge, and it starts like breaking on itself, and people are falling, and
Damn.
dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It was
That's
wild.
scary.
I was like, wow.
It's
And
almost
just
like though, like if you kind of like were kind of going towards it, it's like, hey, are we gonna?
that's what I'm saying.
Are we gonna make
Yo,
it, bro?
If
Like
I'm
this-
on that
yeah.
top level, I'm
Right,
gonna be
like-
like, hey,
This don't look right.
Start.
I don't think this is good, bro.
Start bracing.
Yeah, what are we doing? Like,
is this ship like have a hydraulics thing? Are we gonna
Yeah.
be able to go down?
yo, are they gonna open it?
Yeah, the
like,
bridge
what are
gonna
we
open.
doing?
They have
We'll
a
call the
mechan-
captain.
Yeah,
bro.
dude, 90
Not
seconds
bad.
of air.
Weird. It was an interesting
I don't know.
situation. Very tragic. There
It
was,
was, yeah.
2 people that had died,
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Prayers
they were like
for
20, 23 years old. One of them was 20 and the other one was 23.
man.
And there was like I think like 20 or so people that got injured. There was a lot of
Injured.
people on the ship.
I think it's just an
there was a
unfortunate
ton
death,
of them. There was a
too.
ton of
Right.
them
It's
that were
unfortunate
literally
death.
just
Yeah.
holding, and like I say, the top layer or 2 layers are like broke. I mean,
Right.
it's crazy. So
Definitely something that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm wondering if it was.
Oh, okay. So the AMR. Wait, can you read that? Because that's a big ass word.
I got you.
But it says they lost power.
ARM.
That's what you're talking about. They lost air.
I think so. For the 90 seconds or something, there was like a discrepancy.
Wow.
Katemak. Honestly, I'm
I
not
would have.
sure.
I would have butchered it.
My
CUAUHTEMOC. If you, Jimmy, what's it?
What is it? Katamak.
Katemak. Okay.
Thanks,
yeah.
Jimmy.
Thanks, Jimbo. So yeah, it lost
Jimbo.
power and struck the Brooklyn Bridge. This is May 17th. 2 crew members died, 19 injured. No major bridge damage. Well, yeah,
Yeah, no bridge damage, but
Yeah.
the whole ship.
the ship was donezo.
Crazy.
Hey, shout out to them. I guess we built the bridge. Make sure-
Investigation for the Mexican Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a fast
that is
bridge.
sad though, man. The
Yeah.
video was crazy. It was like,
Unfortunate. Like I said, it's an unfortunate thing that I think it could have been super avoided.
Yeah,
You
right.
know what I mean? But it's just
They
a,
figured it out.
it's a super thing.
It's just like if it was due to technology, which like I feel like a lot of like these incidences are like due
Plane
to
crashes.
technology,
Yeah.
you know, like and how much we're like depending on technology and just how much that is like around us. Like that's all we do now.
Yeah.
Like
What are we doing?
it should change,
Yeah,
bro. Like we
it's-
need to if it's like secure and all that stuff, like how they talk about, like we need to like be about that. We need to make sure that stuff like that doesn't happen, you know?
Definitely. Like someone needs to be on board, like and checking all of this before we even, take off.
Of course.
Bro.
And then if it was like how like somebody in Brooklyn was supposed to like be like controlling it and stuff, like if they lost the control, like then there should have been like a manual thing on the
Something.
ship, you
Yeah.
know?
So-
And I don't even know like if that's how it was or whatever, so you know, like if that was the case, like I would
Typically,
assume
there
it
is
should
a
have been
plan
like that.
B. There's typically a plan
Yeah,
B.
there should definitely have been.
Gotta be something.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying though. It's like how do we not know that like our ship is too tall to go under the bridge?
Yeah.
This is something that we
Yeah,
should
like-
know.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, of course.
Like, come on.
Well,
It's a
doesn't the bridge?
military
I don't know
ship.
if that bridge, like, don't bridges like go like that? You know,
that
they
one
open
doesn't
up.
do. I
But
don't
that
know
one
if
doesn't.
it does.
Yeah, I've never
If
been
it
to New York.
doesn't, then it
That's a
doesn't.
big ass bridge. Yeah.
They definitely took a risk. So hey, we gotta
alright.
stay course, dog. We're just
Yeah.
gonna see if it works. If we
Yeah.
fit.
It's so messed up.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing, bro?
You think we got it?
Yeah, you
Yo.
think we got,
Got
it?
it?
Literally.
It's nuts.
Yeah, dog, you got it.
you
You got it, bro. You got it.
Yeah, you got it, didn't you?
Didn't have it.
Ah, shit.
Next time.
Next
Sad,
time,
bro.
no.
Sad.
Yeah.
So yeah, that happened, and it was a very unfortunate thing to happen. But we definitely gonna hear more news about it pretty soon. Figure out what really happened. I think there might be a little bit more in-depth information that we all deserve.
Hopefully.
Get
Yeah,
updated on that.
Prayers to
For
the
sure.
to the families and everything.
Yeah.
for sure.
So our next topic, what we that happened this week, man, is that WNBA Angel Reese and then the Caitlin Clark game that
Mhm.
happened.
Mhm.
So
Angel Reese is a scrub.
I just had to get that out there. May 17th.
Sorry.
What was it?
Wait,
Fever
is that
Beats?
the one where Caitlin Clark fouled her?
Yeah,
Little
so
take foul.
so-
Little take foul. She
so-
saw.
Hey,
I
what-
didn't see it, but I feel like I saw a
Little
clip of
take
it.
foul.
Honestly, his opinion makes sense. Like, it's like, because like she has such a Caitlin Clark, she has such a spectacle on her right now. Like, it really that wasn't that bad of a foul, you know. But because she's like the biggest WNBA player, like it's like, oh, like why is she fouling like that? Or you know, like it's just like when anybody else would have done it, it would have just been like he's saying like a take foul, like,
Right.
and it just would have been.
But they're making
I
a
feel
big
like
deal
there's
about it.
definitely more to it. You know, they've had a rivalry like before then,
Right.
so it just makes that foul like look even a little more
A little sketchy.
aggressive
Yeah, there you
towards Caitlin.
Yeah.
A little more intentional.
Yep.
But
Caitlin
also, it's
Clark.
basketball.
Yeah.
Caitlin
I mean-
go hard, bro.
Caitlin Clark, bro.
They hate him because they ain't us.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
I
pulled
love
up
that
with
because
it.
they hate us because of the ain't us.
Yes.
So Fever beat Sky 93-58. That's the score. That was the score.
Wow.
93-58.
With the Caitlin Clark?
Yes. Oh
She's
man.
cooking, bro.
Wow.
She's breaking records.
That's
That's
a
what's up.
blowout.
So Clark had a triple double. Reese grabbed 17 boards. 17 boards.
That's
isn't
crazy.
bad.
Hey, Ricky,
Yeah.
she's not a scrub. She got some game to get to the WNBA. You know, I'm just hating because I like Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
She be cooking.
No, talk your
Should be
shit,
cooking.
brother.
Yeah, I feel
Be
you.
cooking.
I've heard
Forget
about
Angel
her.
Reese.
Angel Reese got a
She got
podcast.
game.
Does
Yeah,
she?
hey, but
Yes, she
needs-
does.
Oh,
Look,
for
look,
real. That's
she needs to
funny.
get off the podcast and get in the gym. If she wants to be better than Caitlin Clark.
That's facts.
Wait, she
All I
made
gotta
17
say.
out of how many?
She could
No,
develop.
she only had 17 boards.
How many
Hey.
points she had?
That's actually Jimbo. Give me the information because I didn't get that.
I don't know what 17
See,
boards means.
rebounds.
What's boards?
Rebounds.
Develop a jump shot.
I'm over here thinking
Be
of
nasty.
shots.
Huh?
She could develop a jump shot and just be nasty.
Reese, right?
Yeah, Reese.
Yeah.
She could be
I
up
feel
there
like
with Caitlin Clark.
They're also
If not
different
better.
type of players. Like Angel Reese is definitely a lot
Come on.
bigger.
You said what?
They're
Keep going.
different. They're different type of players.
Yeah, she's more
You
of a
know,
post
Caitlin
player.
Clark is more of like a point guard,
Right.
Yeah.
and then Angel Reese is more like a
Like a
like
forward.
a small forward.
Yeah.
You know,
Small player.
type of player. You know,
Definitely.
so they got different games.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at 33 right now.
Let's pause
Yeah,
it.
let's take a
Took a
pause.
break. Took
Yeah.
a little break.
Take a little break right now. So, yeah, we're not sponsored. So if anybody wants to sponsor us, so we can do a little break with y'all.
Yeah.
Big shout out. You know what I mean?
15 minutes later.
Yo,
Yeah.
I love that. And we'll cut here.
Bye.
Welcome back to the Only Hotline.
Yeah.
How can
I take your
order?
I felt like I was like at a doctor's appointment or something.
Right? It's time
Or
for
on
the homie
hold.
hotline.
Yeah.
The Homie Hotline.
think
I
was
like it.
More on hold.
More on hold.
Yeah.
like it.
Than the doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
You're a patient.
I don't have that.
You don't have patience.
No, it's something
Yeah.
I need to work on,
He's a
bro.
brand new doctor. All right.
That's what
I'm
they
a
call
bad doctor.
Mm.
That's a Joey line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Give him a
I see
handshake.
it. I see it.
Give
I
a
got my
handshake.
right hand. I was going to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Okay.
fuck
Yeah.
yeah,
Tell me what
pound
to do. Get out of here, bro. God.
You'll get it next week.
Yeah. Maybe. just kidding. All right, maybe if you watch the Sinners.
Rolling.
So look, chill, bro. Oh gosh. All right, we're back. This is Homie Hotline. We were talking about some basketball,
Yeah.
which I know
WNBA.
nothing about. So Sam, take it over.
Right, the playoffs getting heated.
Oh yeah, we got
That boy Halle Burton,
yeah, Knicks and Pacers are going crazy.
man,
East.
that was disrespectful, bro.
Yeah, keep it up. No.
To be honest, like the way that
Is it on?
no,
Wait, is your mic on?
It is now.
Your mic wasn't on the entire time.
technical difficulties. Oh, so we didn't get
All
the
right, so we're
welcome back to the Homie Hotline.
Yeah, this is the first time we're coming back, man.
Man,
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, literally 2 minutes later. Dang, they didn't even hear the good take of him saying it.
Wait, is it off the whole time for real?
Down bad.
Oh, it's okay.
not the whole time.
No, was it?
No, not the
The side eye.
Not the first time. Not the first time.
I mean,
Okay.
All right, so
We're segueing
yeah.
into the WNBA,
NBA
into the
finals?
NBA, yeah, into the Western Conference Finals, the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah,
we're talking
Yeah.
about the Eastern Conference Finals with the Pacers and Knicks.
Can we just talk about the Pacers and the Knicks being in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Right.
Like that's
I mean,
crazy.
all the teams, bro. Like, well, with the
West?
Wolves and the
and
who is it?
OKC.
And OKC, right? Like, whoever wins the ring is going to be a new champion, you know, of the NBA,
I remember
Yeah,
you
cool.
saying that.
right?
They're all young
The next
boys.
generation.
I like that, dude.
Well, the Knicks
Alright.
is kind of like an older core because you have Jalen Brunson, you know, and then you have Cat. And then you
But
have,
I think it's really good. It's
Yeah.
refreshing for the franchise, bro.
oh, they need it. New York needs it.
Super bad, bro.
I don't think New York's
York,
going to get
New
it,
York.
but they need it for sure. But
They needed this. Whatever this is, like for them to get to the Eastern Conference Finals is good.
it was a super close game, bro.
yeah,
Very
Was
close
game.
game.
One, right? Game one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halliburton though, dude, he's got that it factor in him.
Right now.
Bro,
Yeah, if it's going, if they need a bucket and to get above in the lead to tie, he will be that man. To
He
get that
shows up.
bucket.
it was
He shows up.
disrespectful, bro.
Yeah. So let's talk about the shot.
I
Break
did
it
see
down.
the shot. I
You
did
saw
see
the shot. Who's
Yeah,
gonna
it
break
was-
it down?
All the way, you know, coast to coast, literally goes into the paint, says nah, goes back to the 3-point line just to shoot a 2 too, because it wasn't even a 3.
yeah.
His foot was on the line. But he literally just runs back to the 3-point line with 2 people on him, busts the 3/2. And then boom, it was like one of those shots where it pops up and then goes back in.
Is it okay? So
But dude, just he didn't need to do all that, and for him to do that and still make it, like that's insane.
The
Is it
bounce up was
close?
crazy though.
is it close to the Kawhi Leonard shot?
No, this was crazier.
Crazier?
Well, nah.
Because Kawhi ran around that corner.
Kawhi, what game was that? That was like game.
That was to win the series.
That was
Yeah,
the
right,
second.
right. No, this is game 1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That Kawhi shot was way more clutch.
Yeah.
It was the shot. To
It-
win
yeah,
the series.
yeah,
It
right,
was
right.
The series, you know?
Let me backtrack on that.
You can't match that.
It wasn't as disrespectful as this one though.
Yeah.
This one was pretty disrespectful.
Talk about it.
The choke,
And then-
that was insane.
And then literally like they were in overtime.
Yeah. It was an overtime.
That
game?
was overtime, right? They were already in overtime.
That sent them into overtime.
Oh, that was the send.
That was when the buzzer went off.
Okay, so he had another disrespectful moment because I didn't watch the game. I just watched the highlights.
Yeah.
They had 0.2 seconds left, and they were up 1 or they were up 2. I think they were up 1 or whatever. They had 0.2 seconds left, which means that nobody really had time to like take a shot, even if they wanted to. Halle Burton just straight inbounds it to Carl Anthony Towns,
Yeah.
which he's on the Knicks.
Oh,
he
and
just
lets him
gives it
shoot
to him
at the very last second.
Yeah, he gives it to him
Yeah, he's like,
just for him
"We
to like
got it."
show it or to shoot it. You know,
Yeah.
like there was no
Wow.
point. But he didn't
did
even
see
pass
that.
it to his own team. Like he
I
was
did
just
see
willingly
that.
gives it up.
I was thinking
Yeah.
about that because they had the ball and they throw it in and he threw it right to him, like threw it to the defender.
Like his opposite team.
Yes,
Right.
In my head, I was like, dude, if I was a coach, I would
because
be
it really
pissed.
didn't matter.
Be like, what are you doing?
Even as the coach, I mean, like even
But if
with
he made that
everything
three,
involved,
He would have
you
tied
can't. Steph Curry has the fastest shot in the NBA and it's 0.3 seconds. Like
There's no point.
there's no with the release. You know, like the release wasn't gonna be that fast. They had to literally like throw it to the rim and
Yeah,
somebody
for-
had to like tap that hoe or something. You know.
There's no point.
Yeah, there was no point. So that's
Wow.
why he did that, obviously. But you know, it's just disrespect.
So the Pacers won.
The Pacers won. Game 1.
Game 1.
Yep. And
Okay.
OKC won too, right?
Yeah,
OKC won too.
Nice. I want the Timberwolves to win this series.
I do
really
too.
like Anthony Edwards. And I'm not saying that OKC doesn't have a solid ass team to really beat them, but I really just like Karl Anthony Towns, bro. He's a beast. He's really a beast. He reminds me a lot.
Edwards,
of
you mean?
Edwards, I'm sorry. Yeah, his game reminds me of Jordan a lot. I like the way he plays. The bro is like.
He even kind of looks like him a little bit.
Yeah, bro.
Because he
His
put the
story's
hoops
sick.
on.
Huh?
The story's sick. Whenever he got drafted, he had a painting of his mom and his grandma next to him because they passed away.
Yep.
Just to have them like there with him in that moment.
Damn.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and just I don't know, just that made me emotional seeing it. You know?
He's a
Just
genuine
how-
guy,
Yeah,
for
super
sure.
genuine.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the Netflix special, Starting Five?
No.
Okay, if you guys can watch it.
LeBron's in that, right? Or no?
He is LeBron, Edwards, Jason Tatum is in it too. So basically,
Man,
it's like a
R.I.P.
Prayers.
Not R.I.P. But definitely like hearts out to Jason Tatum in his injury.
Oh yeah,
RP
Achilles.
Eesh.
yeah, I totally forgot about
Tore
that.
his Achilles.
So, but but Anthony Edwards is in it too, and they're going through the story of like their kind of like their the season a little bit, but the ending of it, like the final the playoffs and stuff.
It was kind of like a barbershop type. You know how they have that barbershop where like they're getting cuts.
The cut. That's the LeBron show.
It's not LeBron's.
it's-
LeBron was on it.
I thought it was his
it's
show. I'm
like
tripping.
his manager's Carter, or I think his name is
Carter.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is a little different. It's actually like a show. They sit Jimmy Butler's in it too. So they sit them down. They talk about their and then they show the gameplay, their lives, how they live,
Hmm.
And then Anthony Edwards was having his first daughter at the time, and it was like this first playoffs. It's when the Celtics won the series, their ring.
Oh, okay,
That was when
okay.
they won their ring. But I think they're doing another one with Durant and stuff like that, and it should be coming out maybe next year. But the reason I brought that up is because Anthony Edwards was in it, and I really enjoyed him and his like personality and who he was.
He's funny.
He is funny, dude. But
He's
he's a
very
baller.
funny.
So when he comes to work, he comes to work.
He
You know
needs
what
to
I
be
mean?
more clutch though.
I think that
In the moments that counts.
yeah. You think he needs to
That's
show
why
up?
I think maybe OKC like if we're comparing Shy,
Mhm.
Yeah, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
he's a
Holmgren.
he's a baller,
He's
bro.
balling, too.
And he hits it when it counts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's there.
I feel like Anthony Edwards is a baller. He's good, but he a little loose with the ball.
When it comes up to like a hardened moment, like a hardened moments, like you gotta show up.
Right.
You
Yeah.
can't do it
Like his team's been putting on.
for him.
Yeah. He's been doing good. Don't get me wrong. But it's just like whenever those crucial moment games, those crucial games.
It's kind of harder too when it's just really you though, Like if you have like a one man show versus like a really stacked team like OKC because they built that, right?
Timberwolves are stacked too. You get
That's what I'm saying. His team's doing good.
Amazing. Julius Randle.
That was a crazy.
Julius Randle.
Yeah.
That was a crazy trade.
He
though,
was
yeah.
the star player of the Knicks.
I know, bro. That's
Randall's
so crazy.
isn't
Yes,
Randall
bro.
most improved player?
Was he?
I'm not too sure about that. He could be.
I mean, if he's not, he's definitely
No, he
improved a
was.
lot.
No, he was in the Knicks, bro.
Jaden McDaniels
He
is
was.
crazy.
Jaden McDaniels.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing
I
them.
don't know what those are.
Okay, we're running.
I haven't
I've
seen those.
just seen them.
Look up the boo boo.
Talk about it. What was it called?
Okay, so yeah, we're
We're back. in.
cameras died. That was the NBA.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the
Right,
homie
we're gonna run
hotline.
on to something else.
Yeah. Before we switch off the NBA, it's gonna be Pacers versus OKC.
Oh, that's what you think?
That's the
your prediction?
finals.
Okay, Sam.
I don't want that, but I could definitely see it happen just because that's probably what it's projected to be. But if I wanted it to happen, I want Anthony Edwards versus the Knicks.
Yeah, that would be.
I want Anthony Edwards versus New York.
I think that's the
He talked-
more.
All the way through it.
He'd talk
Yeah.
all the shit. It would be so entertaining.
It'd be more entertaining.
It's
Yeah.
a story.
He would,
Yeah.
It
I
would
agree.
be New York
Yeah.
versus Anthony Edwards.
Yes. Yes. And it's only because of that trade.
Real quick, what team is Anthony Edwards on?
Minnesota
well, you also
Timberwolves.
You also have a
Timberwolves,
story
okay.
with Cat because they, Carl Anthony Towns. That was the team he was on. That was his team. He was the star player of that team, and
Of the Timberwolves.
yeah, and then
Okay.
Anthony
And then
Edwards
he got
came,
traded?
Right.
Yeah, because
Ah.
Anthony Edwards came into the picture, and he is now
And
the
now
star
he
player.
stepped
of the
up.
team.
Like, I'm the
Oh,
guy.
he is.
I'm
the
Joel.
Guy.
Okay, I got
I'm
you.
Joel.
They
Yeah,
just
he
put
said,
him in
so he
position.
said,
you
I'm
know?
gonna be the dad.
Okay, yeah, yes, sir.
Mic drop.
Good
Sam.
shit, Sam.
Yeah.
Okay,
That was a good one.
What about your prediction?
I would want the if I was the NBA and writing a script of how I wanted to play out, I definitely would try to do the.
This guy just said if I was
Everything's scripted to him.
Oh God, here we go.
Like life isn't life, you know. Like we don't live.
Yeah, it's got to be like the game.
We just live by the book.
Yeah, bro, it's got to be on the game. I didn't
I've never
play.
read the book, but we
I saw
live by the
gameplay
book.
of it, bro.
Stephen
We
King wrote
live
his
by the
Richard
book.
Bachman for that one. I didn't even know. Yeah.
So, if you know, you know. This is what I know. If I was writing the script, this is what I would write. Is Anthony Edwards versus Knicks.
That would be real original of you. It's crazy.
Hey, that's a good one.
You know what I'm saying? Oh damn, damn. I let go
Hey,
of the
that's
mic
not
and everything.
homie.
That's
That's
crazy.
not very homey.
Yeah, it's cool, bro. Yeah.
Now we got beef. I'm gonna start dissing this.
No.
man.
Do it, bro. Bring it on, man. I'm Anthony Edwards in this bitch. You know
I'm
what
a
I'm saying?
freestyle.
Yeah, I don't have a prediction because I don't even know who's on what team. But yeah, I support all my friends.
Dude, you just got wrecked.
Who got 100, man? I'll bet. I like gambling. I'll bet on it.
Shit.
God.
Let's wait till the finals.
Yeah, we'll get there to the finals.
I got you.
I like how we always bet at the finals or the Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
Yeah, that's
always those.
that's what it is,
And
bro.
we never bet in playoffs or nothing. We
I don't
wait
watch
until
the season.
The one time I bet on the Super Bowl, bro.
Hey, dog.
On the Eagles.
Dog.
The
you bet the
year they
Eagles?
lost.
Wait, this one?
Oh,
This
no,
last one?
no, the year they lost, bro. I
Oh, you
bet
against Jalen.
I bet on Mahomes for the
Yeah.
three-peat, and it did not happen.
really
No, I
wanted
bet.
that
I
one.
bet with
Yeah, me
Jalen.
too, bro.
I wanted that one so bad.
I was
He
really
was-
The year
disappointed.
they lost.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a good game.
Yeah.
That was my problem with it.
Shit was dumb.
Yeah,
But yeah,
That was scripted.
that was it's debatable, but it was crazy.
debatable.
Taylor
felt
Swift
like-
definitely threw a big bag at the NFL.
At the-
They
yeah.
said-
I can see the NFL
My
being more
man's
scripted than
win.
NBA.
I just wanted them to three-peat it, bro.
I don't know how
I
that
was
makes
hyped
sense.
for it. Because honestly,
But
the
I
last
can
two,
see it.
they went off.
Yeah, you notice how the first Super Bowl everybody was super happy to see Taylor, and the second Super Bowl everybody
They
was
kinda
pissed to see her.
Yeah, I feel
They knew
that.
something
Yeah,
was
because they're
gonna go
like,
down.
we know why you're here,
Yep.
or we know why
Yeah,
this
so
team's here.
They did make it a big thing, more about Taylor than
They took
the
off.
game.
They took off the script and the rigged
Yeah,
games.
I agree with that.
What happened.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So look, not to just switch gears on them, but I wanted to bring up Field Day.
No, that's
Field
yeah.
day back in
Not to
elementary.
switch up.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Not to
Switch
just
up.
like come back to me talking, but yeah, Field Day. So if you don't know, I'm in school right now to try to become a teacher. I want to teach in an elementary school, so I got to witness Field Day this year, and it's changed like a lot. I mean, what do y'all remember about Field Day?
I go fast.
A bunch of
50-yard
a
dash.
bunch of games,
Yeah.
but they were competitive.
They were competitive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely remember the races and
Mm-hmm.
the beanbag race.
Okay.
The hurdle one.
The sack
The
race.
sack race and the
There was a
hurdle
sack
one.
race. There was
Yeah.
the three-legged race.
And I just knew that I wanted to win every one of them.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So that was all a mutual thing
Tug
that
of
we
war.
remember. Tug of war was crazy.
Tug of War was the finale. That was
Tug
the
of war
final.
was always the finale.
That
bro.
That was the
I'm
final.
strong.
All the Kool-Aid and the Capri Sun.
Yes, yes.
Oh, you had a team too, though.
Yeah, your whole class.
Yeah, on the tug of war, it was class versus
Versus class.
class.
Yes,
But then, like, there was also
yes.
teams, right? Like certain, like you had like a blue shirt,
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
class you had.
but like
your,
in certain sections too. Like they class broken up into certain sections too.
Oh no. For
No.
me, it was like
In
everybody
Austin,
had
it
the
was a little
same.
different too because I had field day.
Oh,
there,
okay, you
too.
can. Yeah, for Austin, true.
Yeah. But
I
that
was
was
thinking
Yeah,
Wedgewood.
outsider.
But yeah.
Pony
So
boy.
like, stay golden.
Hey.
So like, field day, you would basically try out for each event, and the fastest 3 kids are gonna run 50-yard dash for Mr. Way's class. Okay, not everybody ran the 50-yard dash. Not everybody did the egg on the spoon race. Not everybody did every single event. Everybody usually participated in
Yeah.
tug of war.
Yeah.
Okay, so like let's say the less competitive kids or kids that weren't as fast or athletic, let's say, maybe didn't participate in as many events, but they still were a part of the day. They still got the Capri Suns. They still
Got a shirt.
got their shirt. They still there with their parents. Usually could watch. It was like a fun day. It was the best day of the year, in my opinion. None of that is happening now. It's so weird. It's like,
Oh, I thought you were like explaining
They
all this.
just
Like
have
that's how this
iPads now?
happened this
no,
year.
that's what we remember. That's what it was
Yeah.
like. Good days. We were very competitive. It did get serious. You wanted to win the ribbon. You wanted to go hard for your class.
So what did happen?
Dude, okay, so
Right.
first off, it's like a 2-hour block. Okay? It's not the whole day.
Whoa. So
Yeah,
you have like
it's less time. It's and honestly, so the school that I was at, it rained.
what school was it?
Nah, let's not. Nah,
We'll bleep it. We'll
yeah.
bleep it. We'll bleep it. We'll
I was
bleep it.
trying to get his
it's-
ass out there.
nah. I don't even want to say
We'll
it.
bleep it.
Sorry.
Nah, elementary.
That's my fault. That's my fault.
But yeah, so it was a 2-hour block, and honestly, it rained the 2 days before, so we didn't even get to go outside this year, which I
y'all
felt
do
was kind of a little lame. But also, like, I get it. If it was gonna rain, I wouldn't want you to miss the day. But they rotated around the school inside, and it wasn't any competitive. There was like games, but like
What kind of games was it?
I'm talking. There was a cone flip, and you flip
Like
the cone.
Flip Cup?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Oh, they had
exactly.
to play Flip Club? That sounds fun.
Well, they had a cone flip. They had a cone.
Yo,
you're
that's
flipping the cone, but then once
Teaching
you
them
win
young.
or lose, it's over. And then there was like a little mini bowling, and then there's just this huge moon bounce, and then that was
Wow.
it. In my
3?
section, there's like 3 different sections of the school that I think they broke off in. But my point is, like, there's no ribbons. There's no. It's not competitive.
There's no
it reminded
achievement.
me of it didn't seem like
Okay.
as serious.
Did you ask it if it was like that last year? Like, obviously, there's no moon bounces, but did you tell them, like, hey, where's the ribbons at? And they said, we don't do those.
I did not.
Where's
ask them
the
that.
where's the
I didn't
competition?
ask.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
where
if-
is the competition? No,
so-
but that's how I felt. I was
Okay,
like,
what-
man, this is cool, but like,
Yeah.
this is not field day.
Right.
Okay.
Why are
can
we
I ask you
still?
this
Why are
too?
we only doing a 2-hour block too? I feel like it should be an all-day thing. The kids have already worked all year.
Yeah,
for-
that's whack.
Yeah, bro.
That's like somebody like working at a company for. I saw this, bro. Somebody worked at a company for like 47 years or something like that, and they gave him 47 cheese sticks or some shit.
Oh.
That's the vibe. That's that vibe. I'm like, really? Like,
Okay, but let me ask you this, though. Was bro mad about the 43 cheese sticks? Or is that what he wanted?
I would have been pissed.
But what if he was like, bro, all I want is 43 cheese sticks, and that goes for the kids. So like, what if they're like really actually okay with it?
no, they had a blast
So-
on the moon bounce.
Okay, yeah,
they had
so
they had
everybody
a
was
blast.
Cool. Like the kids were cool about it.
I just feel like it's like
not
not real.
Not real.
It just seems like this is not field day. This is like
This is not my field
this
day.
is no, bro. I'm not even trying to sound like that, but this is like a moon bounce in the cafeteria. Like it just seemed
you
like
wanted to see competition. You wanted
Yeah,
to
like,
see
I wanna
yes.
see
I
that.
think maybe
These
it's
kids
just it's,
fight
it's
to
my
the end.
competitiveness.
Yeah.
it is the
To the death,
competitiveness.
yeah.
But I just thought that was cool. Bro.
I just feel like that also,
Swords.
like whenever
Huh?
you have field day, you know, it's like you're young,
yeah.
and so whenever you do get put in like that competitive like environment, like I feel like that builds a lot of character for you going
Lots.
forward in
It
life.
does.
And so whenever you're
Yes.
not like doing stuff like that, you're just like all inclusive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like
trophy. Everybody.
Yeah.
I'll take whatever life gives me instead of like let me go get
Work
what I
harder for
want.
something.
Let me
else.
really try
Let me
to
go work.
Let me hit that 50-yard dash and smoke these kids.
Right.
And,
Like-
and then if they don't, like, I got next year. Like, I'm gonna be working on my speed.
exactly. You
and I'm gonna
looking
win next
forward
year.
to like
Yeah.
showing up
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
putting on like
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards. You know,
That's facts.
like come on.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Just
The
pulling that one
competitiveness
out.
in the field day is good. So the reason I asked though is because I think it's good if you should have asked if it was like that last year. Because
I should have asked. I know that it was
so-
a new coach.
Yeah, my daughter.
They did get a new coach.
Had field day.
Yeah.
And when I went, it was like that, right? They first started off with some light stuff. They did like the
Light work.
but it was still a race, but it was a moon bounce race, right? So it was like 2 kids. They weigh and they say go,
Moon
and-
bounces are just
and then they fly.
They're
them,
in
right?
right now.
But it wasn't a moon bounce. They were racing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's
So,
the long
yeah,
one.
So exactly,
That's what
it was
we
a
had
long one,
too.
so they boom,
Probably
they
the
go around.
same
See,
company.
bro, they could have like the
That could be
like
part
the-
of it.
like the intercourse, not intercourse.
Whoa.
It's like a course, you know,
Yes. Yeah.
like
yeah.
With obstacles and stuff.
It was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
That
They
would
could
be dope.
time it. They could
Yeah.
do different things.
Yeah.
I
There
just
was-
feel like it. Oh, it's just
So
I don't know.
To go back to my daughter,
They should have been rapping.
oh, shit. Beefing.
Right back over.
I know y'all were beefing.
that, bro. Come on.
So she had all that. She had the egg race. They had the sack race, the hurdle one, the tug of war. Even the parents, the coaches had like the moms versus dads, right?
That's
so I got
hard.
to like be in the dad section and
That's
versus
cool.
all. It was fun. It was cool. But
That's
you
pretty
do
cool.
hit it on the mark though. There was no ribbons.
Yeah.
There was no ribbons at all this whole field day.
Because
it
it's
wasn't a 2-hour
like-
block though. They did it for all day. It was cool.
See, shout out your school. I don't know why we did a 2-hour block. I
think
just
it's
felt
'cause
like
of
it was
rain, bro.
like
I wish we would have asked if they would have done it last year.
Probably.
I feel like they
probably,
did not do
and maybe
If it
that.
that's
did
what
rain.
it was. It was just kind of like a dud kind of. I
Right.
mean, he was
Yeah.
doing what he could.
It was a
the
dud
coach
day.
and stuff. So
Unfortunately,
yeah,
we got
I
the
just
bad
also
apple.
feel like it's like it should be an all day thing, man.
Yeah, the whole ribbon thing to me just sounds like they don't want like
They don't want people to cry.
Nowadays, it's like more
Yeah.
sensitive, you know. So maybe like if one kid didn't get a ribbon, it'd be like, oh my God,
Yeah.
Jimmy didn't get a ribbon.
Jimmy.
You know.
You got ribbons, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me one.
Yeah. That was what made it
Yeah.
awesome though. I mean, I didn't win everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just like the.
It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
You know, like
You know
I
what's cool?
ain't gonna, what's up? Hit me with it.
This reminds me of an episode of Bluey. I love this show.
Okay,
It's a
yeah.
great
my niece
show.
really loves that show.
Yeah. My
It's
sisters
a
loved it.
fantastic show. Everything about this show is like what you want your kids to watch.
I've heard
That's
it's
my
better. They show better like things than all the other shows.
Yeah, and this leads me to my point. So there's an episode where it's an Australia game because the show's made from Australia. So it's called Pass the Parcel, right? So it's a gift wrapped up in it's like layered with wrapping paper. So they play a song and then the gift gets passed, and when the song stops, the kid opens the gift. And if obviously when they open the gift it's still wrapping paper, then they have to keep going until they get to the cord.
Right.
So in the show, there's Bingo, which is one of the kids. She basically is going to all her friends' birthday parties, and they're playing the game, and she's never winning, right? But then, like, you know, at first she's sad, but then as they keep going, she's getting accustomed to losing, and she's just happy for the person that they're losing.
That builds character
It
too.
builds character, bro. It shows that you're okay with losing because
Yeah.
then at the end it was her sister's birthday party, Bluey, and they play the game and she wins. And now she gets to win, bro, and she gets the gift. It's so cool.
Right.
And so
awesome.
it builds character, and I think it's super important that if they're trying to make that like soften it up, which I do all like
It
everything.
seems like
I
that's
feel
the
like it
vibe,
just
bro.
makes kids softer.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, they shouldn't be like accustomed to losing. They
No,
wanna-
you should
They
want
should
to.
always want to win.
So when I
No,
played the-
not that.
No, no.
Not that.
misses the point. What?
I think we had went back.
Dubs only,
he was
bro.
saying that
Dubs
she
only.
lost.
We had went back to
She
the
wasn't a-
field day.
W's in the chat. No L's.
bro.
Only W's on the homie hotline, bro. Come on.
Sorry, guys.
Man, I love that.
But for real though,
That was good.
when I play
Yeah.
board games with my daughter, I think what I try to say, like, you know, she gets upset when she loses, but like I don't want you to cry if you lose. Like, be
Yeah.
okay with
They'll
losing.
be here tomorrow.
Yeah. We could always
Let's
play
play
again,
again.
bro. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
run it
Let's
back.
do it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying?
how
And there's
when I play
sometimes-
Clue with my sisters is like that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You cannot like when they're because like you just live to fight another day. You just gotta build a better strategy. Like find a way to win.
Unless you play board games with Tenny, then you're always gonna be mad.
Yeah,
Chill. Yeah.
Monopoly, dog. I'm never playing Monopoly.
Gotta
It
lock
lasts
in,
forever.
bro.
First of all,
If you know, you know.
Yeah, I'm not the. I get too competitive sometimes. I do.
Yeah. Too many
Hey,
field days for you, bro.
My sisters, yo, my sisters are just like that though too. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
play with you.
Yeah.
This runs in the fam.
Sheesh,
Yeah,
yeah, I
two
know.
jeans.
We're all bad about it. But yeah,
That was a pun there.
but yeah, man. I don't know.
Deserve more laughs. I feel like.
I just got it. I just got
What'd
it.
you say?
It's
Runs
in the jeans.
Ha! As I wear jeans. Wow.
Anyways.
Okay, missed. Okay.
Yeah. So the field day, man. I think
Yeah, that's just how I felt. I don't know.
I
No,
think
but you're
we're
right.
off it.
I think
Yeah.
you're totally right.
I'm glad you had a Bluey connection too. That was good.
Yeah, because I think that show
Sweet.
is one of the biggest, obviously one of the biggest kids shows, and I think it steers away from all the Coco Melon, Baby Shark, all that
Rachel.
crap. Rachel, whatever, whoever.
Miss Rachel, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All the
Like
stupid.
She's
it's
so
such a good
annoying.
show, and it's really funny. If I think you should start. If you don't watch it, watch it.
He watches it. He's
Dude, it's amazing. The dad is hilarious. He's so funny. But yeah, the show's great.
Hopefully, field day is a lot better for you next
Next
year,
year,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, we shall see.
Yeah,
I'll
dude.
keep you updated.
I think you need to switch schools.
We'll have to see. I mean, I'm not a teacher yet, so it's not even like
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I'll
Yeah,
keep you
Mr. Way-
updated.
Mr.
We'll hope
Way.
it doesn't rain.
Yeah, literally.
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Mr. Way.
That's me.
If you're a teacher, you know,
Yeah.
like if you become a teacher, what was the subject you want to teach?
Reading.
You want to be a reading
Yeah.
teacher.
I'll teach like third or fourth.
Was it reading or writing though? Right?
Both.
Both. You have to
Yeah.
do. You have to do both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're like together.
Yeah. I think it's interesting the academics that they're going through school too. Like my first grader,
Mhm.
she had to take a test. Like it's called map testing, right? And so
like a
basically-
benchmark?
Yeah, it's like a benchmark. So they basically like test to see where their level at. I don't remember that. Obviously, when we
I
were
remember
first graders.
that.
When we were first graders, we had to do that.
Yeah.
There's like different
They're like
tests that we
pre-tax
had.
tests
Yeah,
or
we
pre-start
had
tests.
the
They got rid
benchmark
of that.
tests.
The benchmark.
The STAR
The
test?
first grade.
It's a new name now. But
Well, whenever
It's
we
called math
were
testing.
taxed, and then
We were
I feel like
taxed.
we were
We did
still in
have
school
tax.
when
We
it
had
changed
tax.
to
It was
STAR.
before Star.
Yeah,
Star
it's
was our
math.
middle school, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
was tax
Yeah.
testing.
Star.
But in first grade, I don't remember taking maybe a benchmark, but it wasn't.
It was like a practice one.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
Practice.
so they
What's
did
your
it
problem
online.
with it? You have a problem?
I didn't have a problem. I just felt like it was just a little too
Too
early,
much?
a little too early to test. You know, but it is good for them. 'cause,
I'm
like,
gonna be
That's
honest.
good for
with,
them.
with the curriculum though, they're getting crazy. Like with the everything's starting very early. Like
Yeah.
as you're seeing.
That's what I think it's
Like,
kind of
yeah.
crazy and a little extreme to test a first-year-old.
First grader.
Yeah, a first grader. And then
Yeah.
it was online. You know,
Yeah,
obviously it was
everything is on
online.
the computer
It was
now,
online.
dude.
I don't like
It's
that.
different,
There's-
man.
I thought it was on paper.
God,
There's
I
no
know
paper.
there's
Yeah,
no
I
more
don't
paper
like that.
tests.
There's no more
The
paper.
star is online. It's
So-
on the computer.
I was like,
I mean, I didn't like it. Like whenever we were in school, we started to get the tablets and shit, and then the
That was-
laptops.
and we never use them.
What
They
does
sit
it
in
Yeah,
the
right.
locker all
like?
year. Huh?
like when you're in the classroom and the kids are learning, like they got their desks. Do they have a computer or
They
laptop?
have laptops.
They have
All-
laptops.
Every single
every
class?
student. Every
Wow,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah, dude,
crazy.
it's crazy to me how much is
that's dumb.
on the laptops now.
And
Like
how-
there's
How
like,
many kids are actually like sitting there actually doing what they're supposed to do on
Yeah,
their
because
laptop?
I remember you
there's
could
definitely
download
some
games and
off
stuff.
tasks.
You
Yeah,
could
there's
just-
certain games that they're not allowed to play.
could just
and then
plug
there's certain
an
games that they
HDMI.
can't play when they're done.
You could just plug an HDMI straight into the laptop and you're
I mean-
cooking.
I don't think those laptops
Yeah, I don't know
are
if they're ready for
HDMI.
that.
First grader
Yeah.
bringing a HDMI converter.
A whole
Can I plug this
PlayStation
to the
5?
projector? Like,
Hey,
Yeah.
they could be cooking like that. He could have a whole
No, I mean-
PS5 in his backpack. A whole.
He could have a
Yeah, but
DS.
he's at home.
I mean,
He's
they
not hacking.
play games. They play like this Prodigy and like they play like we did cool math, you know.
Yeah.
And nowadays, all
That
of
was
their
a privilege. Like,
a
we
lot
did
of their
not play that all the
websites.
time.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't all the time, but
Yeah.
nowadays
That was
a
in
lot
the
of their
computer lab.
Yeah.
their
Or the library.
online games are like centered toward math and centered toward reading.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's,
Like
it's
with,
cool actually.
With
It's
Layla,
kind of cool.
when she had homework, bro, it was online, right? And it
Mhm.
was like a thing called Dreambox,
Dreambox, yeah, that's one of
So-
them too.
right? And so like it was kind of advanced for a first grader when I would do help her with it, and it was like just something that I felt like it wasn't really meant for first graders.
Mhm.
Right?
Could she do it?
Yeah, of course. Like I helped.
So what's the problem?
we had to. We had to do that.
But
It
if
was like
she's
the
able to
homework.
like do it and like if she's able to understand it, you know, like isn't
Yeah.
that good for her to be able to understand something like that complex?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is good. I just felt
Right?
like it was like just too much, but it is good.
What was it? Like writing? Was it math?
It was math. It was math,
Math.
and then it
The
was a lot of the
math.
reading stuff too. But the math stuff was a little advanced, but it ain't bad.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
just felt like it just needs to slow down a little bit, you know. But
Yeah.
I mean, she does
They're
know it
trucking,
now.
bro. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
you know what I'm
Like the
saying?
amount
And-
of stuff they have
Yeah.
to teach in the year.
Yeah,
I've
Right.
seen just this year
Yeah.
when I was in the class, and I was like, wow, like
being a teacher, bro,
it's
is like
fast.
is
Yeah.
is probably one of the hardest jobs, right? You'd say. Like you don't really
It'll-
get much pay.
I mean, pay. I think lately it's been going up,
Oh,
but I'm not. I mean, I'm not getting into it just for the pay.
Oh no, you're getting
Yeah.
it to help the kid. I mean, that's what all
Yeah.
teachers do, right? They
Yeah.
all wanna
I
be
think
helping
that's
the
what
school.
makes it the hardest job is, or one of the most important jobs, I would say. Not
Yeah.
necessarily hard because there's a lot of hard jobs out there, but
It's important though. You're right.
because you're raising these kids in a sense, like
Yeah,
to
I
Be
you
the
know
future.
that's what
to
I'm
be
trying
good
to, yeah.
kids.
But and
trying
then,
to make
like,
a difference, you know.
all the academics and the stuff that the boards telling you to apply.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
that's
like
what
it's
you're saying
it's
as
fast.
a teacher.
Yeah, it's
like
fast.
you need to do this, and that. As a teacher, you kind of want to, help these kids in their development. And you can't spend all day with each
doing
kid.
one. Yeah, no,
you know what
for
I'm
sure.
saying? You gotta wrap it up. And if they don't get it, then they're getting left behind. You
Right.
But no, we don't leave them behind. But yeah,
Well, no,
we
but
just
you know
gotta.
what I'm saying? Like they
Yeah, yeah.
get held back, and it's not.
I
it's
feel
like,
you. No, I've seen like a small
Ohana,
group
bro.
and like there's
Ohana?
different things.
No kid, no family not left behind.
No family left
Ah,
behind.
yeah.
That just came out today. My daughter watched it.
The live action?
Yeah, the live action film.
Oh, nice.
It's a
This
good
dropped.
movie. Gonna be good.
I heard that the villain wasn't in it.
He's not in it.
It's weird.
This shark
who's
looking
the
dude.
villain?
Sharks are cool.
There's no-
Hey, sharks are sketch.
Sharks are sketch.
Sharks are sketch. Like, bro, catch you in the
He
water?
was sketching
Nah.
that movie.
Yeah, he wasn't
Yeah.
sketching.
Nah, I ain't
Stitch
fucking
was
with
not
no shark.
sketching. So yeah, the big dude wasn't in it. That's a good segue though. By the way,
Hey,
good
wasn't
shit.
he the shark dude?
What?
Wasn't he like kind of built like a shark?
He looked like a little shark.
He was a shark
Yeah.
He was a shark.
He was looking for his prey.
with the earring, you know?
He had an earring
Yeah.
on.
I think so.
No, that was the FBI agent.
Oh, that was Bubbles.
Bubbles, yeah, Bubbles, good people.
Yeah, he's straight
Good
up.
people.
Bubbles, yeah, in the
Yeah.
black suit, in like
Yeah.
the black suit.
Yeah. Men in Black.
Look
He
right
was
here.
looking for the alien.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
basically,
true.
yeah, she watched the movie today. It's been getting good reviews though. It's been getting good reviews for the first Disney live action film because all of the other ones people obviously do not like. Lion King,
I like
Little
Mufasa.
Mermaid,
The Snow White
Snow.
one.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That
That
one was
was-
crazy.
Oh yeah.
That was nuts.
Let's not even.
Did you
get
watch
into
it,
that
right?
one.
I
You
did
watched
watch
it?
it. I watched
Yeah.
it.
How
with
to
Layla.
kill a career, how to kill a movie.
What'd you think about it? Because I didn't see it.
Look, bro.
I didn't see it.
This is real to say because I did not watch Snow White.
The actual one?
The actual one. Like I probably
What?
have a daycare somewhere,
Mhm.
but I mean, bro, like it was a long time ago. So if my remembrance of the movie is not like like how I'm doing The Last of Us, where I'm watching the gameplay of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna
There's no remember
it's
comparison.
For my daughter, right? I'm
Yeah,
gonna watch
you're just
it.
there to watch it.
So I watched it.
Okay.
I'm not really into musicals, but I was watching the musicals, and then but the story, bro, I was like, I thought she was sleeping for a long time. Like I thought
Snow White?
Yeah, I thought she was asleep for a minute.
She
Like,
was.
She was
Yeah.
slump.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
the-
in the movie,
'cause
she
the
slept for
kiss.
like 30 seconds, and bro came and gave her the kiss, and woke up, and I'm like, wait a
I
second.
think that was one of the things that was said like by the actress was like she like didn't fuck with like the old story of like how it was, which is like crazy because I don't know if it was like necessarily her or like the director
right.
because I don't know if she has any say like in that. She's just
I
an
don't think they
actress.
brainwashed
I
her,
don't
bro.
think
They
she
probably
has.
brainwashed her, like, yo, this is gonna be the best, and she's like, yeah, this is gonna be a good movie. Like, I love the new.
I just
idea.
remember hearing things that she said about it, and it was just like, girl, you gotta chill. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's like you're completely changing the movie.
Okay. Well, hey. And
Action.
Let's go. How about Hotline?
Homie hotline.
yeah. Hey. So,
Welcome back and goodbye.
Yeah. Right. Hey.
So
thank y'all for joining us. What's up? What you thinking? Oh God, he's done. Oh no, Juice.
He's Snow
Juice. Oh, let me just.
Hey, bro. Whoa,
Boy.
White. I can see that.
I'm
I
just
can see
kidding.
that nowadays.
Hey man.
I can see
It's 2025, bro. You're
two
good.
dwarfs.
Two dwarfs. Dang. Dang, he hit us with the height. Okay.
Hey,
All right.
if I
Look.
recall that little other one that didn't talk, man, he was pulling Snow White in the film. She liked him,
I don't
Yeah.
know.
so
which
yeah,
one.
he was pulling.
What was his name?
What was his
Spitting game?
Bimbo.
Oh, Bimbo.
Yeah,
Put
Bimbo.
some respect on little Bimbo.
It was
Put
I
some
thought it was
respect.
Snoopy.
I think it was that's not Snoopy.
That's-
That's
Hey,
Charlie Brown.
That's my dog too.
That's my dog, man.
That's
He
my dog.
got he
Little
on the
Snoopy.
top of the house.
I think it's Bimbo.
Hey,
I
yeah.
think it's Bimbo.
Shout out Snoopy.
Shout out Snoopy. All
Check
right.
me out,
Well, hey.
look, we
What's up?
wrap it up in the movies. We gonna get into next week, bro.
Yeah.
Homie Hotline, and I love you guys.
Yeah.
I
I
love
love my
y'all.
homies too. Thank you for sticking around.
Hey, I love
If you
y'all
have this
too.
far.
Thank
I
y'all
love
for
you
joining
guys.
us. We should be going to watch Friendship right after this. If we can get out of here, so let's get out of here.
Let's do it.
I hurt his stomach.
Hey, why is this guy always trying to point out my farts and everything, bro?
Goodbye
Get
from
the-
the homie hotline.
Yeah.
Peace.